So if you're anything like me, you're wondering, what the heck does this new, big, beautiful tax bill really mean for everyday people? So I'm here with the owner of Biggs Financial, Mark Biggs, and he's gonna break it down for us.
Thank you for having me. So one of the things that I think most people need to know is that it really made permanent Trump's tax cuts from 2017. Well, what does that mean? So the main things is a bigger standard deduction, which means that for everyday income earners, they get to keep more of their money with a bigger deduction on their tax return. Number two, if you have children that are 16 and under, the child tax credit is going to go from $2,000 per child up to $2,200 per child. Something that's new this year as well is no tax on tips and overtime. That's what a bunch of people have heard and talked about. The no tax on tips is up to $25,000 of tips will be tax-free. Up to $12,500 of overtime pay will be tax-free. My assumption is they'll kind of change the way a W-2 looks so that it'll show clearly on there those numbers so that they can exempt that off. Lastly, another thing that's new is that car loan interest, which is a popular question, can be written off now if the car was made in America. So that's something that's new that hasn't been on there before.
So what does this mean for homeowners? I have to ask.
Yeah, for sure. So homeowners specifically still get to write off their mortgage interest that they pay on their loan. They're still going to be able to write off their property taxes that they pay. As of now, the PMI, if they pay that, is still not tax deductible. They changed that a few years ago. But you're still able to write off all your mortgage interest and your property taxes.
Okay. And then what would this mean for investors in real estate?
Okay, that's a great question. So another thing that changed with this bill as well is it brought back the 100% bonus depreciation. And what that means is, let's say a real estate investor purchases a piece of property and does a cost segregation study. That's a big, hot button term now. They do this big cost seg. That allows them to accelerate or write off more of their depreciation on that property up front in the first year. Whereas before, you can only get a percentage of it. Now, you can write it all off.
Okay.
And the same thing as well for if a qualified investor purchases a vehicle for their business, this, that, and the other. Those things can be 100% written off in the first year now.
Nice. Well, thank you for breaking that down for us.
Absolutely.
Speaking of investors, it sounds like we need to have a seminar and teach people how to get into real estate investing since they have so many more benefits now.
Absolutely. Then there's going to be a lot more ins and outs that change as time goes on as all the details come out. But those are just a few key items that affect investors too.
Perfect. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.